Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing some Coraline nails. I'm going to start out by taking this Sinful Colors polish in the shade Silhouette, and I'm going to be painting my middle finger with it. While I let that dry, I'm going in with this white polish from Savvyland and painting my pinky with it. I then cure for 30 seconds. Next, I'm taking this glitter dark blue polish from Savvyland and I'm painting my pointer finger. This is to represent her sweater that she wears in the movie, the blue sweater with the stars on it. Next, I'm taking this black and painting my thumb. It's just being a base for the chameleon chrome flakes that I'm going to be putting on top. After I got the blue glitter and the black on, I cured those for 30 seconds. After the black is cured, I leave the sticky layer and I go in with this chameleon flakes. The brand is Let's Resin and the color is blue. It has this shift of like blue and purple. I thought it was fitting for Coraline because I feel like the color scheme in Coraline is mainly like blues and purples. I'm just taking a nail art brush and dipping it into the flakes and then pressing them onto that sticky layer on the black. These flakes are pretty messy and they kind of just fly all over the place and they stick to everything. After I got all the chameleon flakes on, I top coat my pinky nail and then I go in with this chrome powder from Charming May. It has like a blue tint to it. After I get that all on, I top coat again and go in with this other powder from Charming May. It has a more purplish tint to it. It looks red on camera, but in person it's more like purpley pinky. I didn't want to leave this pinky nail just plain white. I wanted to give this more dimension to it. I will be putting some nail art on top of it. I go in and do a second layer of that Sinful Colors polish. Then moving on to my left hand, I paint my middle finger and my thumb with that same Sinful Colors nail polish. This is just a regular nail polish, so I do have to wait in between each layer before adding another layer instead of being able to cure and add on that second layer. Then I go in with that white gel polish from Savvyland and I paint my middle finger, and I do the same thing that I did on my pinky finger on my left hand, and I do the chrome powders on top. I top coat, do one chrome powder, then I top coat again and do the second chrome powder. Here I'm comparing the two because I only did one chrome powder on my right hand so far, and I was seeing if there was a difference when I layered them versus when I didn't layer them, because I couldn't really tell. I'm going in with that white gel polish again and painting my pinky finger, and this one I'm just leaving plain white. I take my black gel polish and I paint my middle finger. I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did on my thumb and adding on the chameleon flakes on top. I chose to do Coraline nails because Coraline is one of my favorite movies of all time. I was planning on dressing up as Coraline for Halloween, but I ended up not getting my costume in time, so I just had my nails done instead. Taking this color from Savvyland, I go back to my left hand and I paint one coat of this on my ring finger. While I was painting this color, I decided that I liked it better than that Sinful Colors polish that I was using on a few of my other fingers. So I ended up removing all of that and painting those with this color. Now going in with these three colors, I am going to try and recreate the tunnel that she crawls through to get to the other side. I'm going to be putting down a layer of this blooming gel first. After I get the blooming gel down, I just take a liner brush and I take the purple and the blue and the pink and just kind of put them in like a circular shape on my nail. I redid this probably 4 or 5 times to get it how I wanted it. It wasn't turning out how I wanted it, and then I would keep messing with it and it just kept getting worse, and I'd have to wipe it off, restart. It definitely took me a while to get it how I wanted it to look. on this try, I added in some black because you can kind of see some black in the tunnel too, but that just messed up the whole thing and it looked awful. As you can see, I was just messing with it and it just kept getting worse and worse the more I messed with it. So once I finally got it to how I liked it, I went in and created a spiral with the black gel polish over top. I just very loosely held a liner brush and just kind of drew on a spiral. I didn't worry about if it was a perfect line or anything like that because nothing was really, like, the tunnel itself isn't really perfect and the lines are all kind of wonky, and as you can see, I recreated the tunnel on my right hand on my pointer finger too. I just left out the part where I did the purple and the pink and the blue and showed how I created the spiral instead. Then I top coated it. I don't know why I decided to top coat it in the middle of doing all the rest of the nail art, but I did. Now I'm just adding the stars on to what's supposed to be her blue sweater. I was going to paint on the stars black and then take silver chrome powder and rub that on top, but that wasn't working. It was sticking to the blue polish underneath for some reason, even though I had wiped it off with alcohol. So instead I just drew all the stars on with the black polish, and then I took that silver chrome powder and mixed it into a top coat and went over all of the stars with that too, so they were silver. Next, I'm going in with this yellow, and I am just writing out the Coraline logo. This was really fun to do. I don't do words and letters very often on my nails, but this was fun. After I did each letter, I did flash cure them so that way I wouldn't mess them up. Next, I'm going to my pinky on my right hand, and I'm creating the spider web from the other mother. It's not like a normal spider web where it has like the little swoopy things in between the lines. It's more of a hexagon shape. So I tried just doing the lines first, and then I was going to connect them, but then I decided it would be easier to draw the first couple of hexagons and then connect the corners, and then continue drawing the rest of the hexagons after I draw the lines on. After I get the spider web done, I go in on my ring finger and I am drawing on the button key that opens the door to the other side. drew on the little circles, but then they ended up being too small, so I just filled them in, and then I went in with my dotting tool and the white, and I dotted on the holes, and then I also took the chrome powder and went over the white dots so it matched the background, so it looked like there was the actual holes in the key. After I finished the key, I went to my pinky on my left hand, and I am drawing the black cat that follows Coraline around and protects her from the other mother. Once I get the cat done, I go in with these colors, and I am going to paint on Coraline on my middle finger. get Coraline done, I go in with those same colors to create the little Coraline doll. And I chose to do it on the chrome flakes because I wanted it to look like the opening scene where once the other mother has the doll finished and she lets it go, it kind of looks like it's floating through like space, and I felt like the chrome flakes gave that kind of like spacey look to it, and I thought it was fitting. I'm just now realizing that you can see the bandage on my arm from me getting a tattoo the day before, and it looks really gross, so I apologize about that. Once I get the Coraline doll done, I move on to my thumb on my right hand, and I'm taking the black and white, and I am creating the other mother. I also used the same peach color, or the skin tone color, that I did for Coraline for the other mother's skin, I was originally going to do her after she had transformed into the spider thing, but I decided not to do that and do it like right before she transformed. I had so much trouble drawing on the other mother. I don't know if it was because I was drawing her upside down or if it was because I was drawing her with my left hand and I am right-handed, or a combination of the two. But either way, it was really difficult and I almost gave up on doing her and was going to switch over and draw Wybie instead. But I really wanted to draw the other mother, so I just stuck with it and kept going, and I'm glad that I did because I think she ended up turning out pretty decent. Everyone always says trust the process, but I was not trusting the process while doing this, because it just was not working out for me at first. And I've decided to leave in all of my redos and my starting over a bunch of times, just because I have people all the time being like, oh, well, how do you do that? How are you able to do your nails on your opposite hand? And I'm always like, it's not as easy as I may make it seem to be. I do have to start over a bunch and redo things, and sometimes I even have to completely rethink what I'm doing and change the design. that's it for these nails. They turned out really good. I'm really proud of them. These are my favorite nails that I have done in a long time. I'm glad that I stuck it out with the other mother. She ended up turning out pretty good, and she fits in so well with this design. And I just really love how they turned out. They look even better outside in the sunlight. My dog rolling around in the grass in the background. And there's my other dog. I think he's eating the grass. If you stuck around this far, all the way to the end, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.